Hello and welcome everyone, this is BUDCAST episode 25. I'm Steve Bud here. I got another cool 1v1 coming at you here on Calderis Refinery. And here on the bottom we got Voodoo Shaman playing the Force Commander, and Dark Riku on the top playing the Lictor Alpha. So it's good to see some classic Dawn of War 2 matchup happening. This is also not retail version again, this is elite mods, so a couple changes for each race. Maybe we'll see it here in this game, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. Oops. So Voodoo Shaman going straight up for some tactical marines instead of a second scout, and Dark Riku looks like it's going for the Termagant Brood straight away. So pretty standard build orders from both players coming right off the bat here. Dark Riku sending his Lictor Alpha cap his power node, same with Voodoo Shaman, so heroes on the power nodes like usual. Attack Marines coming out. See if they go straight. They're probably just going to go straight for the victory point and hopefully follow up with this, some pressure on the second victory point. Dark Riku, though, going for the double Termagants, and it's just such a good opening build order from Tyranid. They just have so much CC available to them right off if they spend the money on the Venom Sack upgrade, and it'll make the Homagants that much better so they can actually close the gap and do some damage. Let's see, Lictor Alpha coming over here on the right, gonna get a couple hits off on these scouts, maybe even model kill. Yeah, he's gonna just flesh hook one straight up to death, which is obviously the awesome advantage of having a Lictor Alpha in tier 1. That flesh hook ability is just a guaranteed model pick from the other player, especially if you're lucky enough to kind of blind throw your Lictor Alpha right in the direction of the your enemy's weak infantry. Like if it was a tactical marine squad here, Lictor Alpha wouldn't have got the free flesh hook off, obviously. Let's see, the Termagant Brood moving up, gonna back up the Lictor Alpha a little bit against these two scout squads. The tactical marine might even be going in for an early power harass if he wants to upgrade the flamers, but I don't think he's gonna get away with it. Dark Riku has his Homagant Broods in the area, so the tactical marines aren't just going to get free shots off on these Termagant Broods. Lictor Alpha coming in from behind these scouts. Homagant's getting shot up here by the tax. Gonna have to get forced off, only with 2 models left. Lictor Alpha, though, getting into melee of these scouts, going to force them both off. Looks like he got... I think that one scout loss was from the flesh hook earlier, so I don't think he got any more kills. But the tactical marines are still on the field. Homagants are pushed off, so he's gonna... Voodoo Shaman's gonna uncap at least Dark Riku's natural VP. But Dark Riku, though, coming out with the Warrior Brood, gonna force these tactical marines to get off. Force Commander, though, coming in, gonna get a couple shots off on the Warrior Brood. He does his special attack, but it's not really gonna do that much. He can't really catch up to the Warrior Brood. It's only that great if they're actually attacking him, which they probably will in a second once it wears off. Homagant coming back on the field, but not reinforcing, though. Is gonna be in trouble here. This Force Commander is gonna get, looks like a swipe off on him, but down to the last model's down to 30 HP. Not gonna be able to go down here by the Force Commander. Really close call, though, from Dark Riku. He definitely shouldn't have been that risky with the Homagants. For kind of no reason, with the Force Commander so close. And yeah, he's gonna have to get pushed off the field. Lictor Alpha not gonna want to tie him up in melee, because as you know if you play the game, if you're in melee, you get like a huge damage reduction to ranged attacks. So snaring him with one of the Termagants and just backing up with the Lictor Alpha is just gonna do that much more damage to the Force Commander, allowing him to actually get pushed off. Lictor Alpha, interesting enough, going for the feeder tendril, so he's going to actually be able to put up a good fight against the Force Commander and even some of these like assault Space Marines once he starts using them here. Yeah, so Voodoo Shaman coming out with the assault Space Marines for his 4th pick, and they're going to do some work, definitely. The Lictor Alpha he doesn't have that much HP. I don't know if he's going to be able to deal with these ASMs. No, but he's going to get the nice flesh hook off right before he retreats. Get a scout pick, and the scout loss with shotguns is going to actually cost some power to reinforce. So good use of the flesh hook so far by Dark Riku. Let's see about map control. Dark Riku, he does have the middle VP, but it looks like it's going to get taken from Voodoo Shaman's second scout squad. He doesn't have any kind of secondary rec points. Looks like they were taken here from Voodoo. And he's gonna looks like he's just gonna back off. Hopefully, just regroup here and have a kind of nice push of Voodoo Shaman's units. I mean, this map a lot, since it's very kind of linear, you tend to see a lot of kind of just straight up back and forth of like all of every player's units just all together. It's kind of not a very good idea to split so much on this map since there's a lot to lose if you like lose middle. Like Voodoo Shaman here is going for the power harass, it looks like. And these Homogons need to be really careful, still not reinforcing them. Dark Riku's just trying to save rec points wherever he can. Not going to use the Homogons, I guess, in straight up engagement, so he's just going to decide not to reinforce them. And unfortunately enough, he's going to lose them. So that's one more squad he's not going to be able to have for map control. And even just, you know, some cannon fodder. I mean, it's really good for Space Marines. Just force the shotguns to pop on the Homogons instead of the Warriors or Raveners or something. Alright, so Space Marine jumps in. Looks like he's going to get on the Termagants. Probably going to get kited around here for a minute, though. Warrior Brood going straight for the attacks, going to push them off shortly. And Lictor Alpha is going to go straight on the Scout Squad, which is really good targeting here by Dark Riku. Voodoo Shaman, I probably would have suggested him going with his ASMs fighting directly the Warrior Brood, just to guarantee a model loss on the Warrior Brood. And the Synapse Backlash would just be devastating to Dark Riku. See, those Raveners though are gonna be looks like just enough to really back up those Warrior Broods and get. Oh yeah, you can get some nice model pick by the Lictor on the ASMs, which is gonna be really devastating to Voodoo Shaman. Just losing those ASMs are so freaking expensive. I mean, yeah, it's just gonna really put him back as far as econ goes. But he was able to do a little bit of damage here. It doesn't look like, I'm not sure if he took one out and he replaced it. I wasn't keeping track of that closely. But Voodoo Shaman did manage to take quite a bit of map control here. But Dark Riku's gonna start getting it back here with his Termagon Brood. His Lictor Alpha might go for Voodoo Shaman's natural wreck, which would put him back even further in econ. If you can just stealth up, won't notice it being decap maybe. But he's gonna have to get past this huge Space Marine force. Yeah, let's see if he's gonna notice. Yeah, looks like he's gonna notice. He's got the Scout Sergeant, so he's gonna be able to stealth detect too. Make sure Dark Riku doesn't forget about the Lictor. He's gonna Flesh Hook and get another Scout pick with that Flesh Hook ability. That's the third time, just 3 Scouts down right before the retreat. So perfect use of the Lictor Alpha at this point. Termagant needs to get out of there. Gonna try to snare up the Assault Space Marine to kite away a little bit, but not really doing too much. Second Termagant snaring up this Scout Squad, enough for the Warriors to jump in, but they're gonna get shotgunned away. Not enough to get actual hit off on that lone little Scout model. So it looks like Dark Riku, he's got some Raveners on the left capping the secondary power node, but they're gonna have to get off the field pretty soon and regroup all together. Dark Riku's now in tier 2, going for the Gene Stealer Brood for his tier 2 pick, while Voodoo Shaman's going for the Razorback. And yeah, that's a pretty good pick here from Voodoo Shaman. I mean, I don't know if he expected the Gene Stealers, but if he can just keep the Razorback kind of in range and pushed up when he needs to, it's gonna do so much damage to the to the Tyranid army. I mean, there's nothing to counter it, and everything will take mad damage from it. So he just needs to use it. Just be really aggressive to it. I mean, Dark Riku only has these Warrior Broods with the upgraded adrenal glands to deal with it, but it's melee, so you can kite him around easily, and especially with Assault Space Marines, if he jumps on him, he'll tie him up. So this coming here engagement is gonna go in favor of Voodoo Shaman, I feel. He's got the Assault Space Marine Sergeant as well. So yeah, let's see how it goes here. I mean, two scout shotguns is the like really awesome to counter melee Tyranid or just melee any race for that matter. Shotguns are just like one of the best abilities I think in the game. Yeah, he needs to just use his Razorback, like just keep it in range and just keep poking, because there's nothing really Dark Riku can do about it unless he engages fully with all of his units, and you know that might not be a good idea for Dark Riku. So it's just nice to be aggressive with this Razorback. But here we go. Gene Stealers and Warrior Brutes jumping straight in, but these scouts don't get their shotgun off. Assault Space Marine's gonna jump in, see if they get off. Finally, was it this shot? Yeah, it was this scout. They're gonna kite away, try and get reinforcements. And the Force Commander getting upgraded with the Force Hammer. He's gonna do some AoE damage and just keep knocking back the Tyranid. Looks like the Gene Stealers are gonna have to get out. The Warriors and the Raveners, so not really taking out much of Voodoo Shaman's forces here. The Lictor Alpha is going to go straight on the Assault Space Marine, but he needs to get out of there. Nothing backing him up anymore. Assault Space Marine's jumping out. They don't want to get a last model pick here. It looks like, I'm not sure if they lost a Sergeant. No, the Sergeant's still alive. Looks like they just lost a unit. But yeah, that was a not very good engagement here from Dark Riku. He really needed to kind of hold off and get the anti-vehicle. There was not much to really, there was no real potential to win unless he just went straight for the Razorback with his Gene Stealers and his Warriors. Maybe he could have just bursted it down if Voodoo Shaman was kind of reluctant to move it. That was kind of his only real hope in that engagement. Or just burst down something. I mean, you can't reinforce Assault Space Marines that quickly. But he's going to have a lot more luck here in this second engagement. He didn't lose any squads, fortunately enough. Just a lot of wreck. He's down. He's not really floating any, but you know, neither is Voodoo Shaman at this point. But he does need to get map control back. It's VP's looking 300 to 417 in favor of Voodoo Shaman, so he's got map control. He's got a VP lead, but both players still have a lot of power. Both of their natural powers are still up. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait here for Dark Riku to make a push here on mid. He might wait till he gets both of his rec points back at least, so at least he has a little bit of income if he's gonna spend a lot on reinforcements. Let's see, we got a drop in here. Oh, we got the Stern Guard Veteran Squad. So feature of Elite Mod. They're just basically Attack Marine Squad. I'm not sure if they have more HP or more damage kind of normally, but they have the ability to change their like bullet type to do kind of different cool stuff. They're pretty awesome here. But the let's see, the Venom Brew going off on this Razorback. Looks like it's gonna kite away. The Force Commander using his Force Hammer again to just AoE knockback all the melee from the Tyranid. ASM's gonna jump on the Venom Brew, gonna stop him from continuing to chase that Razorback. Ooh, nice little pop from the Venom Brew dying, but yeah, nothing really on the field to get knocked down, so a little kind of easy victory there from Voodoo Shaman. Almost lost his Razorback though. If Dark Riku would have gotten that Razorback, he would have been the winner of that kind of little trade there. But yeah, these Stern Guard Veteran Squad, I'm not really sure like what all of their different bullets do, but I know they're the main one that people generally use is like the damage over time one. So it's like if those of you know the Plague Marine, his just normal bolter, it does like damage over time, like through cover and stuff, and it just really screws up heroes. It's super effective. So I see a lot of players use that. Let's see, Termagant's being used to back cap a little bit here. Voodoo Shaman making him split his forces. He's got like 4 squads here trying to deal with it. So Dark Riku top is going to be able to defend his power a little bit. He did lose 2 gens and a node, but he didn't lose everything. And he's going tier 3. Nice use of Flesh Hook. He's going to get a model. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, it was a Stern Guard Veteran Squad model, but he's just going to get reinforced again. Voodoo Shaman still remaining in tier 2. He's going to go for a Plasma Devastator, which I think is going to be a good choice. He can just kind of keep it in the Razorback, kind of play passive now because he has to keep the Razorback away from the Venom Brood. He can't be so aggressive with it anymore. Stern Guard Squad going in, going to get some shots off. And yeah, that little green like particle effect is it's the animation of the dot, and it's just super good on retreat. So I'm not sure if the damage is mitigated by retreat like normal range damage is, but it's just like it's a nightmare when you're playing against it. You're just like, oh man, I'm retreating. I need to like retreat with full health or I'm gonna die. ASM's jumping in on the Lictor Alpha. He might go down here. He's going down. Yeah, he's down. ASM's just finishing him off along with this Razorback. Force Commander, he's just fully decked out here. He's got the Thunder Hammer. He's got Artificer Armor, so he's got increased health. He didn't go for Armor of Alacrity, so he's not going to have the increased run speed and sprint ability. But he does have this Teleport Pack to kind of make up for that. And Force Commander with the Teleport Pack is just amazing, so definitely a good choice for Voodoo Shaman. He's going to push up with this Razorback and get that gen, just finish off the last gen. I'm not sure if he was hoping for more gens to be built from Dark Riku, but he's floating quite a lot of power. He's got 153. So I guess he just must have saved it up through Tier 1 and Tier 2. But yeah, Lictor Alpha is still going to be chilling on the ground dead. It looks like he's going to spend his resources on a Carnifex, which is a great choice. Voodoo Shaman would have to spend a lot to counter it. He's got to get Meltas. And I don't know if because he went Stern Guard Veteran Squad, I'm not sure if they have an anti-vehicle bullet or if they can go back to normal attacks to get the missile launcher. But so yeah, the Carnifex might be super effective here, unless maybe Force Commander switches to Power Fist and the Melt combo is just too much. But yeah, this Devastator Squad is just going to kind of chill in the back next to this Razorback. Going to be really nice support damage for when Dark Riku goes in. Since he has like a huge blob, he's got the Ravener, he's got the Warrior, he's got the Gene Stealers, and he's got 2 Termagants. So one really nice Plasma Dev shot is just gonna devastate Dark Riku. So he's just gonna chill here and wait for Dark Riku to make a push for mid. Dark Riku, he does have a lot of map control even without mid though, which Voodoo Shaman looks like he's not gonna really even try to fix. I guess, yeah, he's going to send one of his scouts over here to the left to get either the power node or the wreck point. But if we just look at the map, well, I mean, Dark Riku has more of the economic income. He's just lacking this middle VP, but he is down to 100 VPs. It's 100 to 417, so a huge VP gap for Dark Riku. Let's see if he can make it back. He's just gonna frontline this Carnifex, gonna soak up all the damage. Hopefully eat maybe a plasma shot or 2 and save his units. Carnifex just going straight in. Look, hopefully he goes, where's he gonna? He's gonna just attack the Assault Space Marine. They're upgrading with Melta. They're gonna jump out. And hopefully, ooh, just another miss plasma shot from the Dev. This is just not a good engagement here from Voodoo Shaman. He really needs to get out. Assault Space Marines are really low and there's not much here to tie up Space Marine Army, and the Venom Brood finishing off the Razorback. Carnifex got a couple hits off, going to take out his scout model. ASMs are really, really low over here, getting tied up by the Ravener Brood. Lictor goes down again. Ooh, and the last Assault Space Marine he's retreating through the Gene Stealers and the Warrior, but he's not going to get taken out. He goes down to 4 HP. I don't know if that was a misclick or what happened, but Dark Riku definitely had the guaranteed kill on the Assault Space Marine, just kiting them around. But yeah, he was unable to really finish him off. So unfortunately for Dark Riku, he had a really good chance to really finish the game almost right there. And a nice drop pod here from Voodoo Shaman. So he's going to save a lot of money not reinforcing those ASMs. So yeah, they're already back to fighting numbers. Like, they got 2 units for free, but they still need to upgrade their Sergeant. Yeah, that was just really, really lucky for Voodoo Shaman. Let's see, Carnifex going for Thornback. I'm not sure if that's a great idea. I mean, I'm always so scared as Tyranid. Like, if you go for the Thornback, you're gonna see a tank just come out and just get countered, just layman's, or what do you call it? I don't know. It's just you're guaranteed to get screwed by a tank. And yeah, Voodoo Shaman's going to start making a Predator. I don't know if he saw the Thornback upgrade. I mean, maybe he's guessing it from the Ripper Squad just out on the field that there's a Thornback. Venom Brood going in to kind of do some power harassment. I mean, Dark Riku hasn't really been on the ball for power harassment this entire game, so I'm not really sure if it's really that necessary. Voodoo Shaman, he's building a tank in tier 3 with about 100 power float. I mean, it's not one of those games where he has like 200 float, so a little bit of power harassment might actually do him some good. He knows he took out the Razorback, so there's no vehicles on the field, so he doesn't really need to use them in his engagement. And he's distracting the ASM, so actually really good use of the Venom Brood there, as long as he doesn't lose them. Plasma Shot gonna go. Oh, it just fails going off and gonna get flesh hooked by Lictor Alpha, taking out the Plasma Dev. Lictor Alpha just getting in the fray, gonna tie up these units and just long enough for the Gene Stealers and the Warrior Brood to just get in there and do some damage. But the tank is gonna ultimately force off Dark Riku's units, or just make him back off, not chase all the way back to Voodoo Shaman's base. Assault Space Marines over here. Looks like they got rid of the Venom Brood, yeah, but they didn't take him out. But this tank is going to be unopposed until they really get back. That Carnifex is unfortunately Thornback instead of Venom Cannon, which would have been a good choice. He would have been able to use the Vanilla for a while and been able to really just counter the Predator. His Predator is going double las cannon, so he's going to do some mad damage here to the Carnifex. He's going to have to get out. Yeah, Voodoo Shaman just coming in. This Force Commander he needs to use the Force Commander and the Assault Space Marine just right to kind of deal with the massive melee blob that Dark Riku is feeling at the moment. And as long as he can keep that tank on the Carnifex, yeah, he's just like, he can't even retreat it fast enough. Just threw it back middle field, but he has to keep an eye on this Predator. Venom Brood getting a couple shots off. He can't let those Gene Stealers get... Oh, man, and a Tyrannoform coming out right on top of Voodoo Shaman. It's going to get this Predator, looks like. Yeah, it's going to take it out. Just right on top of Voodoo Shaman's units. Like, going to take out a couple Plasma Devs. Just really mess up kind of Voodoo Shaman's backline. The Carnifex is just going to kind of run amok. But the Assault Space Marine and the Force Commander are actually going to do some work here on the Warrior Brood. So not a complete disaster for Voodoo Shaman. The Devastator actually sets back up, but he's been able to really get any good shots off this entire game. And that Warrior Brood's going to have to get pushed off here pretty soon. Force Commander level 3, might get level 4 here in this fight. What level is the Lictor Alpha? He's 3 as well. So yeah, he's one more. Yeah, oh, and the Raven Brood just coming up out of the ground right at the just at the right time. They're going to prevent the Assault Space Marine and the Force Commander from actually taking out the Warrior Brood. That would have been a really good move, really good play from Voodoo Shaman since he's down to 3 squads. It looks like he lost the Plasma Dev here to the Carnifex in that last engagement. And his tank to the Tyrannoform, man. That was just a really good Tyrannoform there by Dark Riku. But he still has this Stern Guard Veteran. And they just teared up that Termagant Brood. Yeah, I'd like to see that Force Commander switch though to Fist to really deal with that Carnifex. I mean, he just needs the AV at this point, but does he have enough float? Yeah, he does. He has 140, so I'm not exactly sure what else he's gonna get. But Dark Riku, he's looking pretty dangerous at this point. He's got map control. He's got a huge economic advantage. And he's got just a ton more squads than Voodoo Shaman. I'm not even sure what the total number is. But this Carnifex, man, just level 2. It's just going to be really hard to counter at this point from Voodoo Shaman. Lictor Alpha getting on this Stern Guard Veteran squad. Just going to be that much more difficult for Voodoo to get back map control with the Lictor Alpha harassment. I'd like to see some more upgrades from the Lictor Alpha. But yeah, he's going to have to get out of here pretty soon. Stern Guard Veteran can maybe do enough damage to take him out if they kept shooting him. That dot damage is just really ridiculous. So I think Voodoo Shaman just kind of missed the opportunity there to take out the Dark Riku's Lictor Alpha. Would have given him a little bit of advantage for the next engagement here. If he can engage before this Carnifex returns to the field, he might actually have a shot here, at least to maybe get some map control back. But he's down to these 3 squads. And his Force Commander, now level 4, almost level 4.5. But he really needs to do something. He is in tier 3, and he does have almost 600 red, so he might call down a really nice orbital. I'm not sure. He's getting the second tank. Good idea. But still, I'd like to see the Force Commander go Power Fist. Assault Space Marines going on the Warrior Squad. They're trying to get a Synapsis pot. And it looks like, is that the orbital? Yeah, the orbital going down, going to catch the Venom Brood and the Termagant. Looks like some Gene Stealer models. And I think maybe he was going for the Carnifex if it tried to run away. Assault Space Marines, though, going to get pretty low. I don't think that did too much. Yeah, and Voodoo Shaman is still going to have to get off the field. Really nice try with the orbital, but just didn't look like it got enough. It did some damage to the Gene Stealer. It at least took out a model, I'm guessing, and a Warrior Brood model. But yeah, that Carnifex, man, just nothing really doing any damage to him at this point. But the Predator, the second Predator coming out with a second las cannon. So as long as he can kind of deal with these Venom Broods, he's got enough enough units here on the field to deal with the Carnifex. He just needs to really finish it off. And the Lictor Alpha going down to the Force Commander. I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. I wasn't really paying attention. But Dark Riku just trying to be really aggressive with his Lictor at this point. Just trying to finish off the VPs. I mean, he is down. Dark Riku is down to 38 VPs at 220. I mean, this entire game he's been getting pretty smashed, and he really needs to keep a hold of every single VP he can. So I guess that's why he's being so aggressive. Force Commander going in to tie up this Venom Brood with the Force Hammer, but he's getting tied up himself by the Warrior Brood and the Carnifex. Assault Space Marine going out, gonna try and get on the Venom Brood themselves. Looks like the Force Commander is gonna get pushed off the field. Predator's gonna not be in range here of this Carnifex. And the Assault Space Marine's going for the Zonothrope. I didn't even notice it was on the field. But Zonothrope could snare up the Predator just long enough for the Carnifex and the Gene Stealers to do enough damage if he can get it off. So Voodoo Shaman has to be really careful. The Stern Guard Veteran Squad doing quite a number of, or quite some damage on the Gene Stealer Brood, and they go down to the dot damage, so Gene Stealers get taken out here. Predator just needs to kite and get out of the line of fire here. He's just barely bumping into everything on his way back. Carnifex is gonna get pretty low. He can't stay in forever. He probably should have disengaged the Carnifex a little earlier. Maybe stayed with a little bit more pressure with this Venom Brood. If he chased a little bit longer, prevent the Carnifex from taking too much more damage. But he did use his Thornback charge to at least get away. So that was good use of the charge from Dark Riku. But Voodoo Shaman here looks like as long as he keeps this Predator alive, he's got a shot. If he can take out that Carnifex, he does have a lot of good squads still on the field. He's got his Stern Guard, he's got his ASM, and he has his Force Commander. So let's see if this Venom Brood can take it out. Carnifex getting pretty low. A couple more shots will finish it off. The Scouts are healing up this Predator, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. One melee hit just going to take out the Predator. There's nothing really on the field to deal with this Carnifex. Down to 173 HP, and this Assault Space Marine going in for the Melta. Looks like that's going to be it. Sturm Guard's getting pretty low themselves. But the Melta doesn't take out the Carnifex. It doesn't do anything. It's down to, it only did like 100 damage, I guess. It's down to 60 HP. Stern Guard Veteran Squad just gonna try to shoot it to death. Lictor Alpha on the Scouts gonna try and back up Voodoo Shaman's VPs, and looks like they just got the Dark Riku's. Oh man, I can't even talk. Dark Riku's Carnifex got taken out there by the Assault Space Marine. It just looked like in melee. And the Assault Space Marine gonna get backed up here by the drop pod. So yeah, they get reinforced when the drop pod lands, and as well, I think they changed it in an Elite mod. They can actually keep reinforcing on the field as long as it's still up and constructed and not smashed. So definitely a welcome change for the drop pod. I like to see that. I always thought it was kind of intuitive that that would be the case, but it isn't. The Assault Space Marine, though, level 4, upgrading their no, they were just reinforcing. They weren't upgrading their sergeant. Gonna maybe get this kill on the zone throw. That'd be really awesome. Yeah, they get it. So Dark Riku now down to 2 squads and a Spore Mine. Ripper's squad's coming out here. But yeah, there's not really much. He did lose 2 of his big damage dealers. He lost his Gene Stealers and he lost his Carnifex in 2 back-to-back engagements. And he's down to 35 VP. So it's 35 to 64. It's getting really close here. The Ravener Brood looks like it might even go down to the Assault Space Marine squad. Now level 4. Just going to do so much damage and it'd be that much harder to get off the field. This Lictor Alpha is level 4 himself, but he only has the feeder tendrils, so he's not really going to be able to deal with this Assault Space Marine squad head-to-head. So I think Voodoo Shaman definitely has the advantage at this point. I'm gonna say if Lictor Alpha was a little bit more decked out, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Looks like the Force Commander, another Transform coming out right on the Stern Guard veteran squad. Looks like the first pillar is gonna hit him straight up, but since they're level 4, they have that much more HP. They're gonna live to decap that node. Assault Marine's gonna go for this middle. Looks like they're gonna try to tie up these Gene Stealers pretty soon, knock them off the point. They really, every VP counts at this point. Lictor Alpha goes down. Stern Guard's on that point. Let's see, Dark Riku. You can at least, yeah, you got the decap. So he does have one tick in his favor, but he's down to 19. If he loses this engagement, it's pretty much it. Good nade from Voodoo Shaman, and that Force Commander is going to teleport out of the way. Gene Stealers are going to try to just finish him off, suicide to do it, but they're not going to really accomplish anything. Looks like the Warrior Brood's going to try and push. Oh man, it just came down to this engagement. The Assault Space Marines are still on the field, getting reinforced by the drop pod, and takes out both the Gene Stealers and the Warrior Brood, looks like, without even losing the Force Commander. It came down to just the Force Commander not dying and the Assault Space Marine squad just not being pushed off. This drop pod became actually really, really awesome here. Dark Riku just built a second Warrior Brood, just throwing his resources here at this midpoint. He knows it's his last shot at victory, and I don't know if it's going to be the case. Level 1 Warrior Brood against level 4 Assault Space Marine. He won't even have enough to really deal with this Force Commander. Just trying to buy some time here for this Lictor Alpha to get into range, but it's not going to be enough. Dark Riku just down to his Lictor Alpha. Gonna get punched by the hammer here. Gonna get taken out. GG from Dark Riku. Such a close game. It came down to that drop pod, I felt like. It's just the drop pod, man. Voodoo Shaman's drop pod just won him the game. I mean, that could have just gone for Dark Riku. If he would have got that point, he could have kept the mid for himself to just finish off Voodoo Shaman's last 50 VPs. Wow, that was an unbelievably close game. I didn't really realize it would come down to a drop pod. But yeah, really, really nice play from both players. I was happy to see the where are they? The Stern Guard veteran squad come into play. So some cool new elite mod units. They look really awesome, actually. Yeah, so I'm glad to see some elite mod come into play here. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. This is BUDCAST episode 25. I am Steve Bud. Thanks for watching, and catch you guys next time.